Legal advocacy is about assisting people with disabilities to understand their rights and choices, particularly in regard to issues that have to do with the law. It also provides representation if necessary in legal matters, and also tries to achieve changes in the law so that the law works better for people with disabilities.
People usually contact our service by telephone or sometimes by email to let us know that they have a legal problem. So that may be a case where a person is a victim of crime and needs some advice about what they can do to improve their situation. The person may also be someone who has committed a crime, but because of their disability did not realise that they were doing so or was unable to control their behaviours. Common types of cases that we deal with are cases involving discrimination, particularly unlawful discrimination on the basis of disability. Legal advocates can often replace a solicitor. The time that they can't is when a solicitor goes to court and argues a case for someone in court. People with disabilities seeking help from a legal advocate don't have to pay for that help because the legal advocacy is funded through the National Disability Advocacy Program. A type of case, for example, that might come to our service is this. A person with disability who's experiencing harassment by a neighbour, for example, verbal taunts, having things thrown at them by the neighbour as the person comes in and out of their home. Margot Morris. That person may go to the police for help. The police may say to the person, look, that type of case is not one that we would really help you with. You should go and see a legal advocate about that. So the person may then contact us saying, the police couldn't help me, what can you do? We would talk to the person about the problems they'd been experiencing. All right. So that sounds like it's something that we would be able to help you with. Let's meet and talk more about it. Hi, I'm Margot Morris. I'm the legal advocate that spoke to you on the phone. In that type of scenario, we might be able to help the person to apply to a court for an order against the troublesome neighbour to control that neighbour's behaviour. So we would advise the client and then help the client with the paperwork to start that process. So this is the formal part that just says who you are. These paragraphs here go through the whole story of what's been happening over the last few months. We could then appear in court for that person to argue their case, to ask questions of witnesses to the relevant events, to sum up the case for the magistrate to make a decision about whether an order like that would be appropriate.
Legal advocacy is about helping people with disabilities to protect their interests and to get their rights.
If someone's basic human rights are upheld as a result of our legal advocacy and the efforts of our client, then that is a big win for all of humanity.